Has the Dibrugarh University violated UGC and Supreme Court guidelines on ragging? Is the university being lenient on those engaging in ragging despite a serious incident coming to the fore wherein a junior student had to take the extreme step of jumping from the second floor of the university hostel to escape his tormentors? All right, to know more on this, we are being joined live with our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. So, Wasbir, how do you look at the entire sequence of events and the confusion? The registrar saying something, the dean something else. So, one purported order circulating during the day saying 18 rusticated. Later, it is found that 16 of the 18 can attend classes. So, why this confusion, and has there been violation of the UGC's ragging guidelines, Wasbir?
Well, yes, this was a criminal case. Anand Sharma, the first semester MCOM student, he was subjected to torture and ragging throughout the night. And in order to escape his tormentors, he jumped from the second floor of the hostel and got himself grievously injured. He is now battling for life at a private hospital in Dibrugarh. That was the incident. Now, rather than addressing the problem, following this criminal act by the students, by a section of the students, the Dibrugarh University authorities had created enough confusion during the day. And of course, they have been extremely lenient on the perpetrators of this crime. Now, what happened? Let's look at the sequence of events which we have said in our story, but let's try to understand it one by one. First of all, during the day, there was an order that was in circulation in the social media where it said that 18 students were expelled from the hostel, and at the end of that operative part of the order, it says that these students will cease to be students of Dibrugarh University with immediate effect. So this was the one version of the order. There was another version of the order which came out where there was no mention of the rustication. Now this raises a question as to whether the Dibrugarh University during the day has been modifying its orders. So there is serious suspicion to that effect, because the Dibrugarh University has not denied the circulation of these kind of orders throughout the day in the social media. Then there was a press conference after all media outlets had reported that 18 students have been rusticated. The press conference came, which was a dampener, which was made a mockery of things almost. Now the press conference first said it was addressed by the registrar of the university. Now what did the registrar say? The registrar said that 18 students have been expelled from the or temporarily suspended from the hostel, and they would be also temporarily suspended from attending classes. Later on, when Notice Live confronted the dean of the university, he said that out of the 18, 2 were picked up by the police last night itself, so they cannot attend classes, obviously, because they are in police custody, and there is no question of these guys, the 2 chaps attending university classes. Now, what about the 16? The 16, when our correspondent specifically asked whether the 16 other students would be able to attend classes, the dean said yes, they can attend classes if they wish to. So now this is a complete contradiction. There is no coordination. Every officer of the university, every official of the university are saying different things. Now it is a clear violation of the laid down guidelines by the UGC. We have already mentioned what are the guidelines, from rustication to expulsion to fines to barring admission in any other institution to withholding transfer certificates or to mention the crime in the transfer or migration certificate. Everything has been well laid out by the UGC. Now that is not all. The UGC have actions laid down against the institution, in which case the institution's head of the universities or institutions are to submit weekly reports to the Vice Chancellor on anti-ragging measures. Now, were any report sent at all to the Vice Chancellor? That is the big question. Now, as per the UGC guideline, if an institution fails to stop ragging or fails to prevent ragging, what are some of the actions that are recommended? the institute will be listed, grants will be withheld, institute will be declared ineligible for any assistance, institute will be declared lacking minimum academic standards. So this is something which is really, really serious. Now, what did the Supreme Court order also make it very clear? They have said in 2006 that ragging is a criminal offense. Yes, the Dibrugarh University authorities have lodged 5 FIRs, including on 4 students of the university. But throughout the day, we have not heard any clear-cut, coherent statement from the Dibrugarh University. Why is the authorities so lenient? Is barring? That is what the students, protesting students, were asking. If you expel students from a hostel, all they need to do is get out of the campus, take a rented accommodation or a paying guest accommodation and continue to attend classes. Is this the justice? Then the university said investigation is going on. If you have not completed the investigation, why such preliminary action taken? So these are questions which the university authorities will have to answer. Now, of course, during a conversation with me, the Vice Chancellor of the university, who attended a meeting in Guwahati University throughout the day today, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jiten Hazarika, he said that yes, the incident is a blot to the institution. It has tarnished the image of the institution. The Assam Education Minister described the incident as a crime against humanity. Despite this, the leniency shown by the university authorities is absolutely shocking, and it raises a lot of questions. Then, on November 17, the student's family, the victim's family, have said that they have given a written complaint to the warden. Now, what was the warden doing? Now, according to the UGC guideline, the warden has to be there in the hostel premises all throughout. Now, if the warden was there, if a complaint was given to the warden, what action did the warden take? Now, there were anti-ragging squads which is supposed to make surprise raids in the hostel campuses. Now, did any of the anti-ragging squad carry out such surprise raids? Is there an anti-ragging squad at all in Dibrugarh University? Who is going to answer? An investigation is necessary. A thorough investigation is necessary. If necessary, there has to be a judicial inquiry into this incident, because at the end of the day, this crime, this menace of ragging has to end. After all, nobody can tolerate this kind of an incident in one of Assam's premier universities. And Dibrugarh Universities, if they claim to be a premier university, they have to ensure that they cannot protect perpetrators of such crimes, whether it is the warden or whether it is the students. Nobody should be spared. That is the mood of the people in Assam today. And that is the mood, as far as I understand, of the Assam government as well.
Right. Wasbir, a magisterial inquiry has been ordered into the case. So the district administration are not taking things lightly, isn't it?
Absolutely. As one can make out from the statement given to Northeast Live by the State Education Minister and later the Chief Minister, who gave a statement in Ahmedabad today, he said that no one will be spared. We are taking the matter extremely seriously. Now, what I understand is that the Assam cabinet, which is meeting in Silchar tomorrow, is going to deliberate on this issue. There is going to be deliberation on this issue in Silchar during the Assam cabinet meeting tomorrow, and we can expect more action in the tomorrow as the day unfolds. Now, the magisterial inquiry has come following a direct intervention of the Assam government. This magisterial inquiry will also unravel the things, because if anyone is trying to protect an university warden or a hostel warden, that is also going to come to light. Now, the Vice Chancellor as well as the Assam Education Minister said there were unauthorized people, outside people who were staying in the hostel. So how could outsiders be allowed to stay in the hostel? Because the university has a strength of 125 security staff led by a security in charge. Now, what were these people doing? So these are a lot of questions that needs to be answered. Unauthorized people staying in a hostel. Then there were also allegations of free flow of alcohol and other substances, other undesirable substances into the hostel. That also has to be proved. That also needs to be probed. Now, we also want to know, there was a police raid at the hostel last night. Only an inquiry will reveal if there were any objectionable material seized during that last night's raid at the particular hostel. Now, will the authorities also check whether there are unauthorized residents in the other hostel? Because there is not just one hostel in Dibrugarh University. Now, what about the other universities? Today, a vice chancellor of a leading university in Assam refused to comment on the incident, refused to even condemn the incident. So these are serious questions which the academic circles and the university authorities, particularly the Dibrugarh University authorities, will have to answer.